DJs BrewTube Beer Review. That's right, it's barrel-aged beer review time yet again. As you can see, stage right, there are many different variants of barrel-aged beers these days. And, you know, believe it or not, from back in the day, we thought it would never happen, but now many lagers are being barrel-aged. That's right, and today we have kind of a cool twist. A lager that's aged in whiskey barrels, but they were made by the same company. That's right. So who do we have this beer from? We have it from Rogue Ales out of Newport, Oregon, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer is it? We have Dead in Dead. That's right. This is a Maibock. It's a limited serving / fall also, maybe. Kinda. And it clocks in at 8.2% ABV and 40 IBUs. For ingredients in this beer, hop-wise, they're using Pearl and Sterling hops. And for malts, they're using 2-row, C15, Munich, Rogue Dare, and Risk malts. Those are malts they grow themselves at Rogue Farms. They also grow hops, but they're not in this particular beer. And they also use the Pac-Man proprietary yeast to ferment the beer. And they have aged this, as I mentioned, in what? Rogue Dead Guy whiskey barrels. When they make Dead Guy whiskey, they use the same exact malt bill in the whiskey as they do the beer. So that's pretty freaking cool. So you have an ale company, Rogue Ales, and they have Rogue Spirits, I think it is, that they're making the whiskey and the beer. And then they're using the barrels after they made the whiskey to put their beer and barrel age it. And that's pretty freaking awesome, because that's this whole craft beer movement coming full freaking circle going into the craft spirits movement. That is something to get jazzed up about. Now, as you know, maybe by watching my videos, I don't review many Rogue beers. I think they're expensive, and a lot of them are meh. I do like Dead Guy Ale, though I haven't reviewed it that I can remember, but I've drank it many times, and I do like their double chocolate and oatmeal stout, but that's besides the point. I figure, you know what, we're going to give this one a try, because the concept's pretty awesome. Now, Rogue Dead Guy whiskey is a really weird American whiskey. It's got some funky flavors to it, some citrus notes and things, and it's one of those ones that's actually kind of hard to get your, head around when you drink it, so which is actually pretty cool, though, because it's a kind of juxtaposition as whiskeys. Reminds me of some of the barrel-aged sort of moonshines these days. It's not the same flavor, but it's got that funky kind of different vibe to it. Not bourbon, not scotch, just kind of in this nebulous area in between. So, I'm not flapping my gums about nebulous areas. Let's pop the top on this bad guy, get it in the chalice here, and tell you what's up with Dead from Rogue Ales. Boom, big hiss off the top. Tons of cannon smoke blasting. Yes, here we go. I have earned this beer, clocked out over an hour workout, worked the whole week, and I've been thinking about drinking this beer. I bought it on a Monday, and at time of recording, this is a Friday. This beer hasn't been out that long, and you know what? I saw it on the interwebs there, and I said, I gotta give it a try. So let's talk about the appearance. It's a mildly hazy sort of amber color. Wow, I can smell the whiskey aroma from here. Mildly hazy amber color, kind of like a fall sunset. Looks like some pumpkin beers. It had a finger of head that's died down to about a half finger super tightly packed bubbles. When I swirl it, there's tons of alcohol lays clawing down the inside of this glass, and we might get some glass lacing if that head doesn't go away, totally. But take a look at that. That is a beautiful amber-looking drop in the glass. But you know what? It's got to smell good too, since it's been aged in barrels and has all these cool ingredients. So let's dive in for the aroma. Right off the bat, man, you're getting whiskey mixed with the sweet, malty, and sort of fruity aromas that you get from a lager that's been aged for a bit. And also, Maibocks have that kind of aroma as well. Some stuff coming from the yeast. A lot of caramel, toffee, vanilla. Some char. More of that whiskey. It's coming off, almost scotch-like on the whiskey aroma, not so much bourbon. It's kind of in between. Or, you know what? It's smelling kind of like Climax wood-fired whiskey that I've reviewed on the site here. You can take a look at the at that review, but it's smelling kind of like that Climax wood-fired whiskey aroma, I remember, because it's been a real long time since I've had Rogue Dead Guy whiskey. But anyway, you know what? This smells pretty damn good. Not really any boozy aroma, just a spirit alcohol aroma. Here, time to dive in. Cheers! Yum. Wow. That whiskey is nice. Man, I was parched. That tastes freaking good. Right up in front, you get that biscuity, bready, caramelly sort of malt that you get from a Maibock. After that, the whiskey comes in, and this vanilla and sort of vanillin type notes are complementing that caramel and burnt brown sugar. I'm also getting some like a rum soaked raisin sort of effect. Some nice fruity notes. There's a little bit of like char in the background and some earthy hops going on. I guess that's coming from the pearl and sterling. In the back end, it's got almost like a deep burnt brown sugar and a bit of a coffee note, and it's a fairly dry finish. The whiskey is a nice accent. It's not big or taking over. There's more whiskey on the aroma than there is the flavor, but there's nothing there that you know it's definitely a barrel-aged beer. As it invades the palate, those vanilla notes are taking over more. And it's got that crisp, clean lager finish. This is actually quite crushable for 8.2. There's no warming in the chest, no alcohol detectable in the flavor, save notes of spirit or whiskey. Man, this is really well done. I'm impressed. Like I said, I'm not usually a big fan of road beers, and not even a little bit. But man, this is tasty. I got another hit of this bad boy here. Yum. Okay, let's grade it. Wow, some woody notes now are coming out as I took that last drink there. And my memory's kind of coming back now that I'm tasting this of the Road Dead Guy whiskey. That had some of those like woody notes to it as well, because I believe it's a fairly young whiskey. So I don't know how long they aged this in those barrels. They said several months, could be 5, 6, whatever. But man, whatever time it was, it's time well spent. So you hear I'm digging it. Let's grade it. Beer Advocate is giving this 4.09. Which I guess is, that'd be kind of like, that A to A- level, somewhere around that range. And Untapped is giving this 3.93 caps, which I would definitely say is in their high A- to A range as well. So we're really, really close between them. Let me take one more taste here. You know, if you like Maibock and you like whiskey and like woody tannic notes and vanillin and stuff from barrel aging, you will dig this beer. I like that. I'm going with a 95, 96 on this beer. It's A level for me, solid A beer. It's really well done. I'm going to have no trouble crushing the rest of this, man. And an 8.2% is not going to totally destroy me. I can handle a bomber 8.2 isn't that tough. So, have you had Rogue Ales Dead and Dead? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like to quid pro quo and the back and forth. Hell, if you had Rogue's Dead Guy whiskey, let me know what you think of that too. Why not? Anyways, yeah, it's fun to talk about shit like that, because we like that. Yeah, anywho. Oh, yeah, you got to do me a big favor and think globally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement, because that pretty freaking rocks, and that helps this whole, freaking full circle happen that's happened with this beer. The guy who made the beer, made the whiskey and the barrels, they aged in. That's fucking awesome. Oh, also, you know what's really cool is if you could rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us, and I don't know if you can get around to it, maybe consider, kind of smashing that like button, because that, along with only one bomber, that's all I'm going to need. Oh, Rogue Ales Dead and Dead. That's what's going to put my big ass happy face on tonight. So the next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a big bunch of beer drinking love for you guys. You're ready for it by now. Hell yes. A big peace out!